Things are moving fast. AI is getting more and more interesting. And cybersecurity, well, it always seems to be giving us new things to worry about.
Yeah, and gaming. A lot of hype this week.
Definitely. Before we jump into all that, though, hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you haven't already. And tell us what tech news has got you thinking in the comments below. Okay, let's dive in. First up, AI. OpenAI, the folks behind ChatGPT. They're giving their AI a visual makeover, like a whole new look. Why would they bother giving an AI a look?
That's interesting. It's all about making AI more relatable, less like some faceless algorithm and more like something you can actually interact with. It could lead to faster adoption in different fields, but then again, it really does kind of blur the lines between humans and machines. It's pretty wild when you think about it.
It's like stepping right into a sci-fi movie.
And speaking of AI getting more human-like, Google's Gemini update, it's making conversations with their AI feel so much more natural. Oh yeah, I saw that. It's really impressive. It could make things so much easier. Imagine getting information or learning new things from an AI that actually understands you. But,
Right.
there's the flip side too.
Right. The potential for misuse.
Exactly. Like, what if AI starts spreading misinformation or manipulates people? It could be really convincing.
We've got to be careful.
Absolutely.
And then there's DeepSeek AI. Experts are saying it's 11 times more dangerous than other chatbots. Governments are even getting involved.
DeepSeek. Yeah, that one's a little scary. It can process information so much faster. It learns and adapts in ways we haven't really seen before.
So it's super powerful,
Incredibly powerful.
but also potentially very dangerous.
Right. It could be used for some pretty bad stuff.
Yeah.
Sophisticated hacking, even propaganda.
It's a reminder that this technology is serious stuff. We need to be thinking about this carefully. Okay, let's lighten the mood a bit. We've got Daisy, the AI grandma who's taking on scammers.
Daisy. Love this one.
It's a great story, right?
It really shows how AI can be a force for good.
She's like a digital superhero fighting for justice with Wi-Fi and a great sense of humor. And then there's this whole debate about AI and art. Marvel is denying they used AI for that new Fantastic Four poster. But ChatGPT itself seems pretty skeptical.
Oh, really? What's ChatGPT saying?
Well, it's not exactly saying anything, but its analysis of the poster.
Right.
It raises some questions,
Makes you wonder.
for sure. It just shows how complex this whole issue is becoming.
Definitely. I mean, some people think AI tools can actually make art better, streamline the process, but others worry that it'll devalue human artists.
And lead to job losses.
Exactly.
It's a lot to think about. Okay, let's shift gears a bit. Cybersecurity. A cracked Go package went undetected for years. This is a big deal because it shows how vulnerable open source software can be.
Oh, wow. So many companies rely on open source.
It's a wake-up call. We need to be more careful.
So we need rigorous code reviews, security audits. We have to be constantly vigilant.
And then there's this macOS malware. It's disguised as Chrome and Zoom installers.
Ugh, that's so sneaky.
People are so used to downloading updates and new apps, they don't even think twice.
It's easy to fall for it.
You've got to be careful out there.
Yeah.
Always download from trusted sources. Verify your downloads. And of course, have good antivirus software.
All good advice.
And on a larger scale.
We've got reports of Chinese hackers developing a new technique to target business networks.
That's worrying.
It's the level of sophistication that's concerning.
Absolutely. These nation-state-sponsored cyber attacks, they're highly targeted, they're persistent, they're going after valuable data. Sometimes they're even trying to disrupt critical infrastructure.
It's a whole other level of cyber warfare.
It really is.
And then there's this. 85% of UK employers admit to spying on their employees.
Wow.
85%.
It makes you wonder about privacy in the workplace. How much surveillance is too much?
It's a tough question.
Yeah.
Employers want to protect their data, and they want to make sure their employees are being productive.
Right.
But this level of monitoring is concerning.
Where do we draw the line? And to add to all that, an Israeli spyware company has confirmed that governments are among its customers. So governments are using powerful surveillance tools.
That's not surprising. But it's still concerning.
We need more transparency.
Agreed.
We need to know how this technology is being used.
And we need to hold those in power accountable.
It's a slippery slope.
It really is.
We all need to be proactive about protecting our privacy online.
Sure.
What about you? What are you doing to safeguard your information?
Well, I always use strong passwords, two-factor authentication everywhere I can, and I'm really careful about what I share online.
All good advice. All right. Before we jump into the lighter side of tech news, make sure you're subscribed and you've hit that notification bell. We've got gaming buzz, mind-blowing hardware, and even a Matrix-inspired robot coming up. Stick around. You don't want to miss it.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We're diving right back into the latest from TechView's 10X.
Let's do it. So, Samsung's Galaxy S25 Ultra. The rumors are flying. Some are saying they might ditch the built-in S Pen slot. Yeah, a lot of fans are freaking out.
I can see why. The S Pen's a pretty big deal for a lot of people, especially those who use it for notes and drawing.
Right.
I guess removing it would make the phone slimmer.
Yeah. Maybe they're going for a sleeker look.
But they could lose some of their loyal users.
For sure. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Speaking of disappointing news, Google TV is getting rid of some of its free channels, including the Bob Ross channel.
What? No more happy little trees?
Apparently not.
Oh, man.
It seems like streaming services are tightening their belts these days.
Yeah, makes sense. The competition is fierce, and content costs are going up.
It's a shame, though. Bob Ross was a national treasure.
Agreed.
Okay. On to something a bit more futuristic. Future AirPods Pro. They might be getting a major control upgrade.
Oh, yeah. I heard about this.
Ditching those swipe controls for something way more intuitive.
What are they thinking?
Well, the rumor is that they'll use advanced sensors.
Sensors?
Yeah, like they'll detect tiny muscle movements in your ear.
Wow.
You could control your music just by thinking about it.
That's wild.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, if it works.
Now, let's talk reboots. Buffy the Vampire Slayer might be coming back.
Buffy.
Yep. Hulu is thinking about it.
That's a tough one. Rebooting a classic like Buffy.
I know. A lot of fans are nervous.
They've got to strike a balance. Appeal to the old fans, but also bring in a new generation.
Exactly.
It could be amazing, or it could be a total disaster.
We'll have to wait and see. Here's a bit of nostalgia. Panasonic might be leaving the TV business.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. End of an era.
Right.
They've been around forever.
It's tough out there for TV makers.
Yeah. So much competition.
And consumer tastes are changing.
People want bigger screens, more features.
It's a whole different game now.
For sure.
But hey, maybe Panasonic will come back with something totally new, something revolutionary.
Fingers crossed.
Okay, back to AI for a second. Remember DeepSeek?
The super smart one.
That's the one. Well, some governments are getting worried. Australia and India. They've both blocked access to DeepSeek on government devices.
Wow. Taking it seriously.
Yeah. I guess they're not taking any chances.
Makes sense. It's better to be safe than sorry.
And speaking of being safe, Netgear is urging users to patch some security holes in their routers.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
This is important stuff.
Yeah.
If you have a Netgear router, go update it now.
Don't wait.
Those security patches are crucial.
They really are. It's like locking your front door. You don't want to leave it wide open for anyone to walk in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about LinkedIn. They're rolling out even more video tools.
Video tools.
Yep. Trying to keep up with TikTok and Instagram.
Interesting.
I don't know about this one.
I mean, is LinkedIn really the place for video?
I guess they're trying to stay relevant.
I don't see it. Me neither. But
hey, maybe it'll work.
Baby.
Okay. Gamers, listen up. The Switch to Nintendo Direct. It's happening on April 2nd.
Finally.
I know, right? We're going to get our first look at the new console.
Can't wait.
Design,
Go.
specs, hopefully some game announcements.
It's going to be good.
And for those of you who can't wait to get your hands on some monster hunting action, Monster Hunter Wilds. The second open beta starts this week.
Nice.
You can battle the new flagship monster,
Cool.
Orkfeld. Try it out before the game comes out.
Sounds fun.
And speaking of big news, Google, Nvidia, and Intel. They might be facing new antitrust cases in China.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, China's getting serious about big tech.
It seems like it.
These cases could have a huge impact.
Definitely. Fines, restrictions, maybe even changes to how they do business in China.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
All right. Let's lighten things up again. Xiaomi 15 Ultra, rumor has it. The camera might be even better than the Galaxy S25 Ultra.
Really?
Yep.
That would be impressive.
Some seriously impressive specs are being thrown around.
I bet.
This is great news for photography lovers.
It is.
Competition between these companies is a good thing.
Pushes them to innovate.
Exactly.
It's amazing what you can do with a smartphone camera these days.
It really is. Okay, before we wrap things up, remember Daisy? The AI grandma fighting scammers.
Oh, yeah. She is a legend.
Well, she's still out there, doing her thing.
Good for her.
It's a good reminder that AI can be a force for good.
Definitely.
Okay, everybody. Before we move on to the final part of our deep dive, make sure you've liked this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. We'll be back with more exciting tech news in just a moment. We're back for the final stretch of our TechFuse 10X deep dive. We've got more juicy tech news to unpack, so buckle up.
Yeah.
First up, there's exciting news for Battlefield fans.
Oh, yeah. What's the latest?
A new installment is on the way, expected before April 2026.
Nice.
And get this, they might add it to EA Play.
Whoa, early access.
That's the rumor.
That would be awesome.
A huge perk for subscribers. Okay, let's switch gears a bit. A recent vulnerability in Microsoft SharePoint. It could have exposed users to some serious risks.
Uh-oh. What happened?
This vulnerability. It could have let attackers get into sensitive data stored on SharePoint sites.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it's been patched. But Microsoft is urging everyone to update their systems immediately.
Definitely. Better safe than sorry.
Another reminder to keep your software updated, folks.
Couldn't agree more.
Okay, back to the AI art debate. Marvel is still saying they didn't use AI for that Fantastic Four poster. But some people just aren't buying it.
I know, right? Even ChatGPT is skeptical.
It's a tricky situation.
For sure. Some artists are really worried about AI.
They see it as a threat.
Yeah, like it's going to replace human creativity.
But others see it as a tool.
A way to enhance their art.
It's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out.
Definitely. AI is here to stay. We just have to figure out how to adapt.
Exactly. Speaking of adapting, those AirPods Pro, the rumors are getting even wilder.
What are they saying now?
They might ditch the swipe controls completely.
No more swiping?
Nope. Apparently they're looking at sensors that can detect muscle movements in your ear.
Whoa.
So you can control your music just by twitching your jaw.
That's crazy.
It's pretty futuristic.
For sure.
All right. Retro gamers. Get ready for some classic strategy action on the big screen.
Oh, yeah.
Age of Empires II, Definitive Edition, and Age of Mythology, Retold. They're coming to PS5 this year.
Nice. Those are classics.
Bringing those epic battles to a whole new generation.
I love it.
And before we wrap things up, I have to share this one. Adobe has created an AI assistant. Get this. It can decode contract jargon.
What? Like legal mumbo-jumbo.
That's right.
That's amazing.
No more legal headaches.
Doing me up.
It's like having a lawyer in your pocket.
Minus the expensive hourly rate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, folks, that's it for our TechFuse 10X deep dive.
Another week. Another avalanche of tech news.
It's a wild world out there.
It keeps us on our toes.
If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future deep dives.
We'll be back next week with more exciting tech news.
Until then, stay curious and keep exploring the amazing world of technology.